So my name is Melissa Trejo. I am from Guatemala. I've been living in Japan for almost 4 years, and I'm an architect. That's my main profession. Yes, nice to meet you, everyone. I went to Nagano, a little town named Togari no Sawa Onsen, yeah, in the mountains. It's a very popular place for skiing and snowboarding. It took me around 5 hours to get there by bus from Tokyo. It was really nice, actually. It's very different from what I'm used to. Compared to Tokyo, it's a crazy city, completely crowded with people, noise, smell, everything. And Togari I barely met people. I met around like 5 people in total. Really. I stayed there for 5 days. It was very interesting because the image I have for Inaka in Japan, you have this image of local people, Japanese people, elderly people maybe. But surprisingly, I spent a lot of time with international people, like mostly international and like 2 Japanese that I met. So for me, it was kind of like surprising. I was not expecting to spend that much time international. I was not expecting to meet that many foreigners in a place like that. But apparently, there's a big international community in that area because of snowboarding and skiing. A lot of people from other countries go to that area because of that. So it's kind of a normal thing. Yeah, it was very quiet experience. For me, it was like a rediscovering, not rediscovering, like paying attention to my thoughts. Here in Tokyo, everything is very easy to do or get. Konbini everywhere, train everywhere, bus everywhere. There, the nearest konbini was 20 minutes by bicycle. The supermarket was 30 minutes by walk.
Very fast.
Yeah. So it was like realizing that I don't like, I have to think, or I have to pay attention if I get everything. So it was very eye-opening for me. Yeah, I really liked it, enjoyed it a lot. Okay, so one of the things that called my attention was that you could see, like, in a far distance, very far, you could still see something. Not like here, I'm comparing everything to Tokyo because that's where I live. But here, for example, you have a building, you have a billboard, you have cars, people, trains, and you cannot see far. You just see walls and walls. But there, you could see like until the end of the mountain or something. So that was one thing. And then like, I was trying to capture things that made me feel good or like make me stop and say like, oh, I like that. So I took a picture. Even if it's something that for most people doesn't make sense, but for me, it was the tree, the yellow tree, something that I really like. But I never had the opportunity to appreciate because here's too much people. There I was by myself with a lot of trees. I was so happy. Seriously, I was really, really happy. And that was like where I got the main idea of how to do the composition. So I think the good point is that the goal of this JaM project is that you have to do something different from your daily life. They put you in a different environment, different community. For me, the weather was also a challenge. In Lagano, it's very cold. Right now, it's snowing. So I think that's a really, it becomes a challenge because you have to change your mindset completely. And as an artist, I think that's when creativity strikes. I feel like you have to think new ways to do daily life stuff, maybe. So to interpret that into photography, like what can I do with what I'm seeing now? Like I'm not seeing buildings. I'm used to taking photos of buildings and people, but there are no buildings. there's only mountains and flowers and I don't know, temples and sky. It was like, okay. So I think that's really nice that you have that opportunity to experiment something that maybe I would not think about to do by myself. Maybe I will think, okay, I'm going for the weekend. But that's not living, like you don't have to live there. The weekend is like you go to a hotel, it's comfortable, they give you food, whatever. But this time I had to get my food. I had to like maintain my room, like there's no room service. So it was that opportunity. I think it's really, really good. So everyone should do it at least one time, maybe. So yeah, I think that's the best point for me. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.